So this was a big, dude. This was big. Well, this was the first little leak we got. This was the first one. So we got these. Which one do you think's the coolest out of this first little leak we got? Which one spoke to you? If you had to buy one of these, which one would it be?
Deadpool.
If I had to buy one of these, it's going to be the one I'm going to buy anyway, and that's Throne Boba. So, I mean, this is kind of easy for me. I just have issues with Throne Boba.
Yeah.
This Throne Boba.
I mean, for me, it's the one that I'm definitely getting is Black Widow. Even though it's not, it's just a cool. I really like that costume. I think the head sculpt and the hair is really great. But the most surprising one was Doctor Strange. And then if you just if I would take Black Widow out,
her hair just looks
what's
kinda
that thing
plasticky.
on the side?
I don't know why it's here. Like I'm just okay, there we go.
There you go. If you take Black Widow out, the one that I think I would probably jump at, well, I don't know. The one I'm most intrigued, like I think the Iron Man one I would possibly do, but the one I'm most intrigued by I think is the Spider-Man one.
Yeah.
I think that one has the potential in hand to look just really cool and really sharp.
The spider suit is cool. I think the coolest thing about this one is that we got its confirmation that this is in the movie.
Yeah.
That's kind of the coolest part about this one. Yeah, it's Spider-Man No Way Home branded.
Yeah, I know.
What is the suit?
And it's the second toy leak.
It could be a concept suit.
It doesn't say concept though. They would have put concept on it.
Doctor Strange is branded Infinity War.
But it says concept art series.
Yeah, but maybe Marvel told him not to? I don't know.
I don't know, dude. It's a
that costume.
It's the second toy leak of this exact same suit, and it has the Doctor Strange stuff on it. We know Doctor Strange is in it. I'm calling this confirmation. That's just where I'm going. Because, like, this is totally something out of Doctor Strange's little vault that he's got, giving him some magical woo-hows and
zimzams. Well, there's that, and then the web attachments. Get
exactly.
Picks up with the web attachments are clearly, I mean, he's webbing portals up or something.
Dude. He's literally, and you can tell, too, that he's still just wearing the upgraded suit. Like, it's just like the gauntlet has like gone over his regular suit. You know what I mean? And like has given it the gold appearance. That's my takeaway from it. He's still just wearing his normal suit. Once he puts this gauntlet on, he gets these magical mystic arts powers, and then it just goes over his suit because they need to sell toys. Like that just is what it is. That's my guess anyway. I think the suit looks good, though.
It's a lot more ornate than I thought it would be, but like you said, it's very Doctor Strange.
It's very Doctor Strange looking.
It's very strange looking, honestly.
That's an awkward pose right there.
Yeah, that's just like kind of...
For usually Hot Toys does a great job. Like, that's a great pose. Whoever got him in that position and took that shot is great. Whoever took the last one, like, and it's probably the same person, but like, the last one was just an odd one for me.
I'm with you.
Another good one.
The only thing that I think is weird about both of these poses is he's holding this in a reverse grip, so he'd be pulling. He would have shot the web, somehow turned his hand completely around to pull himself.
That's true.
So
it is kind of awkward.
It would have shot out, and he would have grabbed it and then pulled himself. He wouldn't be pulling down. For one, you're like incredibly weak trying to pull down with your tricep and your shoulder. So they sort of flipped the hand around, but
yeah,
like that's
an awkward. Like I'm trying to do that here.
It's not how it would have worked. You shoot it out here, and then you just
the web's pulling.
He shot it, so he would have had to have completely flipped his arm around.
The web's pulling you, so it's just that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's the wrong way. It wouldn't work that way, but it is what it is.
Oh, by the way, totally off subject. They are making Kraft macaroni and cheese ice cream.
I saw that.
Yeah. Don't know how I feel about it.
This is one of those things where it's like you should.
Just because you should doesn't mean you. Just because you
could doesn't mean you should. Like, I'm gonna try it though. I love cheese, so we were just talking about good. Cheese. That's like when I saw the Fruity Pebble coffee creamer. I'm just like, why would you want that, dude? The Cocoa Pebble one, I could see someone wanting some cocoa in it, but like, I don't know about the rest. Then we got the Iron Strange. That's the thing. This is really inspired by the concept art. Like, the other one's in the thing for sure, for sure. Would you have liked to have seen this in the movie? This concept, this strange Iron Man suit.
I don't really know what the point of it would have been.
That's what I'm saying. I
I
don't know.
need I've actually been meaning to go back and look it up, because apparently it was a deleted scene that they were gonna have in the movie, and I don't know what it's in reference to. So I am interested to know what the idea behind it was.
And it is interesting. Like, did like some of like when they were on Titan, did he just like give him
Right?
some of his nanites to make his own suit? Like,
See, but
but it's from
this is
Endgame.
also in game, yeah.
Yeah. So
I like his little finger pose
because it's
there.
literally the Mark 85. Like, it's not like his own. Like, he made an Iron Spider suit for Spider-Man, right? This is just the Mark 85. Like,
Some Somebody somewhere else said that they had so many 85 bodies left that they just re-released it. It's basically the 85, but they do. I mean, it is very Doctor Strange-ified.
well, they
I
put the
mean
thing
that. Look
on
at
the
that chest.
chest. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and then the shoulders too. Even the shoulders have a different look than the 85 did, right?
I guess you could say it's kind of strange.
Look at that. Look at those
You
lights,
said
like
it too
just
many
under on the
times.
collarbone.
I don't know. I haven't looked at it enough to know if there's any just, like that fucking minute differences. It just looks exactly like the 85 in principle. And it does all the same things. Like, it's got the back things, it's got the gun things on the hand. Like, yeah, they put the etching of the strange, like, the Agamotto looking thing in the center. That's fine. I just don't know, because like that's the other thing too. This is an Endgame, and he's got the Eye of Agamotto and his arc reactor. He didn't have the Eye of Agamotto in Endgame. That's the whole point. He was how would he have this? Yeah, it literally makes absolutely zero sense when you go that far with it. This would have had to have been on Titan for it to be in any sort of concept. Like, unless they had a draft of like somehow they got the stones back at some point and like maybe in the end battle he did, instead of making the gauntlet they did this with the eye, like he reformed the Eye of Agamotto in one of the drafts and like put it in his suit, and then
What does the eye do?
it controls time.
Okay. That's it. Nothing too big. Yeah.
Yeah, he can just control time with it.
What'd you think of that thing I sent you, by the way, off topic, about that dude, the Navy people that can apparently like alter reality? Some wild shit, isn't it?
Yeah, I need to look into it more though.
Like, how would that even work? But apparently there's like some credible information behind it.
This is the one.
Yeah,
I-
God, that chest piece just looks
the
awful.
helmet looks worse. I have this in my cart though. And like I thought about ordering it just because like I want it no matter what, and I want the throne. I just don't want them, like, I will be pissed if like they make a version of, like, if this gets released as is, and then
Yeah,
when the
where
Book
it's
of Boba
not.
Fett comes out, they release it how it's supposed to be. I will be fucking furious. Because like it's just a waste of money at that point. Because then like you obviously know they're not going to re-release it with the throne. So like then they're just forcing people into buying the one of how it's supposed to look. And it's like, I don't like that. Because like I get what they were going for with this to make it look like he just painted it, but it's like that's not what he did in the show.
Yeah, it
Like
looks like he sanded it on
in
the
the
show.
show, he sanded it down because it was a
It was
perfectly clean
perfectly
finish.
smooth.
It was a 100% perfectly smooth finish. And that's why I was so confused. Is like, why didn't they just, like, this is how it looked. It was this smooth. It was this fucking smooth in the show.
It was. It really was.
So I was, why didn't they just
It's more of like a
repaint
matte
this
finish. Well, that's a matte finish, I guess.
one? Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like if they would have had to have, like, it has to be a new cast for them to have all the paint, or they just clumped on paint. You know what I mean? Because they would have had to have like made a new cast for it to have all these individual like ridges and shit on it to make it
Yeah.
look like this. Like, and they
Paint's
did
not
a
gonna
good
do it.
job of making it look like this, and I know what they were going for, and it looks good for what they were going for. I just don't like that it's not how it's supposed to be in the show. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, because and that's the thing too. I've been literally been waiting for this fucking figure. This has been the one I wanted. Like, this has been the only Boba Fett figure I ever wanted. Was the
Look at the
fucking
picture of him right there.
the
Yeah.
Boba Fett fresh paint job has been the
Smooth
only
as
one.
ice.
Yeah, and it's perfectly smooth. He sanded it down, then he
Look at the
painted
shoulder pad. It
everything.
looks almost new. Like,
Yeah, like everything's brand new. He didn't just haphazardly paint this shit like they're showing in this. Like, it's not the same at all. Like, this is he sanded the shit down and painted it, dude. Like, he didn't do this
no.
like at all.
That doesn't even look like the same shade of green.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it still looks good, and I like it, and I have to buy it because it comes with the throne. I can't risk not being able to get the throne later on. You know what I mean? Like, I can't.
It's a good
So I'm hoping they do one of two things. Enough people complain and they just ship it with 2 sets of armor, or they just fix the
it.
armor.
Yeah.
Like, one of the two. Like, because I mean, the throne looks great.
He must have gotten a new rifle too, because that's totally the same kind that Luke Skywalker chopped in half in Return of the Jedi. I think
Apparently,
it's just
the colors aren't right with it. Like, if you can just tell on this picture. So if you look there, but then look here, it's not the same.
No.
Like, at all. So I don't know why they decided to take so much liberty with this figure.
In terms of Star Wars actors,
Oh,
Tamar
yeah.
Morrison is the luckiest dude.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, he's just, and he's such a cool dude too. Like,
Now, I'm normally all for them taking liberties, especially with the animated ones that they make into this, because they try to make them look more real. But this is not how it looked, man.
Tamar Morrison plays some of the best Star Wars characters. Captain Rex, the Bad Batch, he's everybody.
He is everybody.
Well, but he doesn't do the voice, does he?
No.
Not
But in theory, a live action Rex, Tamar Morrison. A
Sure.
live action Cody,
Okay.
Tamar Morrison.
Live action Boba Fett. It's Tamar Morrison.
Jango Fett.
Look at this. I'm just so bummed, man, because I just wanted this nice clean Boba Fett armor, and I gotta get this.
Yo, that looks like shit.
It just looks so gangly.
It looks like somebody spray painted it, because spray paint, I've done it before when I made armor and stuff. You spray paint something and you don't sand it, the spray paint reacts with the already dried paint, and it gives it a weird texture, kind of bubbles up.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what that looks like.
And I would totally get that and 100% respect
The
it
other
if that's
thing-
how it looked in the show.
The silver thing on his cheek was painted over on the re-armored version,
Mm-hmm.
and it is not painted over on the hot toy.
Yeah, man. This is what bums me
Yeah,
out.
we're breaking this down to a molecular level, but
Yeah, because I mean,
Well, see, I think there will be a lot of changes. There's been a ton of talk about this and the poor look of it. So I think this will be a case where you'll see an update, just like they did recently with the Wanda Vision head update, where people had a bunch of issues with the way her costume looked. I think they'll update it.
I agree. Wait, she can't come in here, right? Okay. Okay. Hi, Fred.
hi, Freya.
Hi. I'll see you in a little bit.
You guys saw you grab her, just get back.
Yeah.
Hey, Freya.
I'm hoping though that they do that. That's my my one worry with this thing. It's like I
6
said,
o'clock?
I can't not get it because of the throne.
I guess I'm going to your
I
daughter's
need the
birthday
throne.
party. You didn't know that, but now you know.
Yeah. It is what it is. But elsewise, though, I think it looks great. I honestly kind of hope they do just ship it with both the armors. Because then I would just have the extra, shitty looking armor. We could throw it on the figure we have here. Oh, yeah, and then just if anybody, was worried about... You know what, too? Even on the Empire Boba, it doesn't look like that. Even though it is all scraped up, it's still all fucking smooth. So I don't know why they did that, in all honesty.
Prototype? Do you think they recast everything and just didn't have the time to this was their big reveal, and they didn't have the time to smooth it all down. Over, I don't know. Seems odd, but
that's the thing. They have so much Boba Fett armor. Like the only like they went out of their way to make it look like this. Like you know what I mean? Like this has to be like you can't just accidentally make it look like that. Because even if they did just use the same Boba Fett armor they have, it would be perfectly smooth. You know what I mean? Like literally, like this is smooth.
Yeah.
Like so,
That's a Boba Fett that has like the symbols on his helmet and stuff.
Yeah, well, this is the Empire one. It comes with both sets of armor.
Yeah.
But like it's so even if they just took this and repainted it, it would just be smooth. So like they deliberately made it look like the shitty paint job for whatever reason. Which I would totally understand if that's how it looked in the show, but like it doesn't look like that. Like, you know, it's just like it's just not what it is, man. But if anybody to anyone out there's dismay, this has just joined the wait list, the Empire Boba. So if anybody was looking for it, you're not gonna get it.
I hate to say it. I think I'm gonna sign off of here.
Yeah,
I'm getting tired. Gonna thunderstorm too.
I feel that.
Don't want. We were just talking about driving home, like in the rain and stuff, and yeah.
I'm bummed though too, John. Did you see that like in their display they had all this like cool backdrop shit, but this doesn't come with the figure? Like that's kind of bummed me out.
That is cool.
I heard somebody talking about that they've got that cool stuff, but it doesn't actually.
Yeah, it comes with just the throne, but not this cool shit. Kind of a bummer.
Well, John.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say real quick. I'm signing off of here. I will maybe see you tomorrow if we do everything tomorrow night. And otherwise, have a good night, man.
All right, we'll see you. Take care.
See you. See you later, Mike.
See you, dude. Have fun.
We'll try.
Wow. You gonna get this Red Guardian? What do you think about it? I'm surprised they don't have like this Red Guardian up for like everything else is available besides like some of these ones.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm debating on whether or not. See, I don't have any discount codes for Sideshow right now. If I had a discount code, like I had a discount code that was about to expire, so I went ahead and put my pre-order in on the white suit, Black Widow. But I don't have any discount codes unless they send me one. I might try and go third party order like Toys Wonderland or something like that, and try and get a collector's own or something. Try and get a first or second batch. Just pay the little bit more because, to be honest, I don't want to wait like I did on In-Game Cap. I mean, In-Game Cap came out in January, beginning of February, and I didn't get mine until June. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait. I'll pay the extra 25 to $50 and not have to wait an additional, part of the excitement is, getting the figure, being one of the first to experience it and not seeing it all over the place. I mean, hell, by the time In-Game Cap actually got here, I'd seen 1,000 different reviews, heard 1,000 different comments about it. I got out of the box. I knew it better than, if I'd been living with it for the past 2 months. So
I'm with you.
It is what it is. But so anyway, that's a long way of getting to. I may not pre-order from Sideshow. I may try and pre-order from somewhere else. Red Guardian looks cool. He's one of those figures though that I'll get if I can find him at a decent price later on. I got the in-game Rocket, which I probably would normally gotten, but I got a good deal on him, so I went ahead and got him. What I'm really surprised I'm surprised there's no Yelena. I'm really hoping that they make one and that we get one soon. I'm a little worried that we might have to wait until the Hawkeye series or until a later movie to get one, but I really was hoping for Yelena with her jacket that she gave to Natasha. I felt like she was a bigger character in the movie than Red Guardian, so I was surprised that they went that route.
Well, that's like I said, man. They could just give you 3 head sculpts with the white suit Black Widow, and then if they include that vest, you're done. Like you'd have the Yelena figure. Like I think this Batman, honestly, like is super cool. Like with the base, dude,
oh yeah,
that looks really good.
Oh yeah, real good.
I would never want this unless they had Mr. Freeze, though.
Yeah,
because it's just like it's such like a big figures to have just sitting there. Like, it's cool and all, but it's someone I would need to have posing off of somebody. Like, in
Do
my
you think
opinion.
King Shark ever releases?
He may end up
Or is
being
he?
Cyborg.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
he
'Cause
looks freaking cool,
he looks great.
but
Honestly,
yeah,
the fact that they would have had to custom make this body, obviously, like, this is like they would have had to have engineered this. I do
oh,
think this is
definitely.
going to be released probably. But, I mean, they technically had to do the same for Cyborg, so I don't know why that took so long either. Like, maybe they just, like, had a lot of problems with Cyborg because of, like, how he was designed. Like, maybe that's why it was, like, such a delay. Like, maybe he's just failing tons of QA tests because it's like
Do you think they tried to do diecast with Cyborg, and it either became too hard to do, and then they decided once Zack Snyder Justice League came out, it did so well that they decided to go back to and just replace it with plastic and do it? Because I mean, I don't know how making a die cast figure versus a plastic figure, works. If you can use the same molds, if you have to do different, I don't know how they do that, but
I imagine you would. I don't know though. Like I don't know what really would have to go into it beyond that because
yeah,
you'd think, yeah. I mean the engineering would just be different material wise, but I mean as far as like the dimensions and everything go, like I imagine it'd be pretty similar. So like
yeah,
I don't really know. But yeah, there was just a lot of figures I didn't expect to be dropped in this lot of this random day here.
yeah.
I'm
Well,
thinking
so
that
this.
do what?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say,
So I
I
was.
think, with, like, Fennec, because Fennec was in the Boba Fett picture. I'm
Yeah.
thinking that either she's gonna be waiting until the Book of Boba Fett, or they're holding back a couple things for the sideshow, like, con that's coming up.
Do you think that they? I mean, we kind of talked about this off stream, but do you think that they make figures just strictly for promo pieces? I mean, because we got the Luke Skywalker appearance in the deluxe Mando set, right? Or is it which Mando figure that they released recently had the Luke Skywalker in it?
I don't remember seeing Luke Skywalker in the Mando.
Oh, there was a Mando figure they released in one of the promo pictures. Or no, maybe it wasn't Mando. Was it Bo-Katan? Oh, this is gonna bug me. Luke Skywalker is shown. A Luke Skywalker figure is shown in one of the, I don't even know what to call them. The promo pics that they release along with every figure that they announce. And um and we've yet to see that figure actually be in production. I can look too while I think about that. I can go over to Sideshow, look at a couple of them too. But anyway, that one's never come to fruition. I'm wondering if they, but they have other Luke bodies, so it wouldn't be too hard to jerry rig a Luke figure to throw into a Mando promo pick. That Finnick figure, I mean, they had to build that whole figure. I mean, they had to do the helmet and everything. So it would shock me that they wouldn't. But then I guess they already have. I mean, look at all the coming soon figures on Sideshow site that
I know.
never got
After all
released.
this
So
time and all these announcements, I still don't have my Obi-Wan Kenobi.
yeah,
I still don't have it. Like,
yeah,
what the hell,
exactly.
dude? I mean,
They're
I know there's some, like, Sideshow, for instance, they'll do that a lot, like, I've seen them throw and I think I might remember what you're talking about, like, I think I've seen a Luke
maybe it was a Death Troop. Was it a Death Trooper? Oh man,
oh,
this is gonna
maybe it's
bug
the
me.
Dark Trooper.
Dark
It's
Trooper?
it's probably
Yeah.
the Dark Trooper. Yeah, let me pull it up. I got it right here. Yeah, it's right there, he was there, I saw him right there. Right there.
Yeah, so they show a Luke figure in that scene. Now, and people speculate that that was going to be a version of Luke for this. Now, they may have just used Return of the Jedi Luke and put his cloak up. I don't know. I don't know
They would have
that
had to
figure.
have explicitly gotten this dark brown cloak though, because the one that comes with the Return of the Jedi one is more of like a
It's
normal
black.
brown. No, it's like a more
Oh, it's
normal
brown.
brown. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like this black color that like this
So
is.
they
'Cause
would
this
have.
is
So this is either a Luke figure that they made for this, or they customized one they
yeah,
had.
they just put the Luke hand on. It could have very well been the Return of the Jedi Luke figure because it has the lightsaber, it has the gloved hand, and it has the black sleeve. But then they just threw a different cloak on it so to make it more match
Yeah.
the correct color.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know why, because they had like I thought the same thing about Luke though in general. Like everyone's wanted the Mando Luke, and I don't know why they didn't just make it because like at the time that came out, they had just had the Return of the Jedi Lukes. Like they just had sold out of those essentially. Like they just released them like shortly before. So like they obviously had like they had to cut out some materials all to do it. Like literally, it'd be the exact same stuff. All they had to do was throw in a different color cloak to the Return of the Jedi Luke, and then you have a Mando Luke. That's it. Like,
Hmm.
and plus, it's another thing that they could put in a 6 scale Grogu in there with, like, just another one.
Hot Toys they've kind of established themselves as kind of the leader of the pack as far as 6 scale figures go, and justifiably so, based off of the licenses that they hold, but also just the quality of the figures that have come out. But they are having some real growing pains in getting figures actually out the door and done. Do you think is that gonna open the door enough for people to start looking at other? Because like I heard somebody talking about 3.0. 3.0 seems to be picking up a lot of licenses too, and there are other people out there doing um, third party
Unlicensed.
figures, unlicensed figures. I'm just wondering if Hot Toys, a year from now, 2 years from now, I mean, I think it'll take more than a year, but 2 years from now will be as hot as they are to make a pun out of the situation. Like,
Be
I mean, it's
warm
just
toys.
yeah. You're looking at some really cool figures here, but my God, who knows when we're going to see them or if we ever see them? That's the thing. Like, they get people all hyped up. Like, dude, like I'm super excited about that Black Widow. But I'm not stupid enough to think that by the time it comes for them to start producing them, 12 months, 18 months from now, that they may decide, oh, it doesn't really look like the demand's there, or, oh, we've got these other figures we're going to prioritize and push it back. Because that has to be what's happening with figures like Obi-Wan and all those Nightwing and all those figures that have been on that kind of coming soon page forever. I mean, at some point they're redefining the word soon. Like, I don't think you guys understand what the word soon
Oh yeah,
means.
dude. The Obi-Wan has literally been announced since like 2018 or 2019,
Yeah.
and he's just been sitting there. Like it's
Never convert, not even pre-order. Like,
nothing.
it's
Like
bad enough the things that you're waiting on pre-order to materialize, but the
I have
coming
2
soon stuff
pages
is
of
just,
pre-orders now. Like when I go to
do
my
you?
orders, it literally I have to go to page 2 to finish it. And it's like half
And
the shit
some
doesn't come out till 2022. I don't even know why I bought it.
And some of these are big figures. I mean, you've got Bespin Luke, which I know they did a Bespin Luke before, but they also redid the 40th anniversary line, and you don't even have a Bespin. Somebody mentioned this on one of the other streams. You don't even have a Bespin Han. You have a Bespin
I
Leia, but
know.
no
I know.
Bespin Han to go with it.
When you have
I mean,
Lando
like,
too. You have Bespin
you have
Lando.
Lando too. Yes, yeah. Like,
I don't know why
what
they
are they
never made
doing?
Bespin Chewie with their C3PO all in shambles. I wanted that too. Like the backpack of C3PO, I want that.
And I know people love Clone Wars, and Clone Wars is great, but how many troopers have they released? Like, did we need the 501st Trooper already? I mean, like, okay,
Well,
it's cool and all,
they
but
did the 501st because they did Anakin and Rex. So it made sense for them to do a 501st. What doesn't make sense is for them not to do Obi-Wan because they made Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan.
what I'm saying is, why divert the resources to making? I understand the idea to make a 501st makes sense, but why would you not prioritize making a Han Solo or an Obi-Wan before you ever get around to making a 501st. Like, I understand, like, you know, in your production cycle, you prioritize the figures that will sell you the most units, I would assume, because you want to make the most money. And I would assume that a Han Solo would make way more than a 5. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe because people do these army builds with troopers where they just buy like 10 troopers so that they can have an entire squad sitting on their shelf. Maybe
Yeah.
they end up making more off the troopers, but I wouldn't think so. I would think the popularity of a Han Solo would make it sell much better than a trooper. But and then
It
just
depends on
just
the
the
Solo.
plethora of troopers.
With the Solo, I find it odd because they did all the Bespin stuff, but they never made a Bespin Han, more so than anything. But the troopers, you're 100% right. People like, I mean, Justin said he bought like 6 of those or something. Like
Yes.
he bought like 6 or 8 of those things like already.
Well,
So I mean,
Jeddah said that he bought like 10. He reached whatever the Sideshow's limit was for it. People didn't even know Sideshow had a limit on how many you could buy, but he reached it. So
exactly. So it's like the troopers, and that's how they know those will sell for that very reason. So like you're dead on the money for that. I just don't get the. I understand. Like my theory behind, for instance, Obi-Wan was they did the Revenge of the Sith series. So they did Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan, they did Revenge of the Sith Anakin, Dark Side and Light Side. And they did Attack of the Clones Yoda and Attack of the Clones Dooku. Like they had all this stuff, and this was when all these came out around the time that Disney Plus came out and revived Clone Wars. And that's when they announced all this Attack of the Clones stuff and, whatever, all this shit that, like, hopefully we'll see because I really need this Padme and I really need this Obi-Wan. I don't care if they don't do the rest. Although I would like, that's why I feel like if any of these things on here, they'll probably do this regular clone trooper here and the droid, because people will probably buy a bunch of the droids. And then I would like Kit Fisto and Padme, but I definitely want Padme and Obi-Wan. But these things got fucking backseated because the hype for Clone Wars died, and the hype immediately changed to Mando. Because that's why you saw, like, essentially, they got Anakin out the door, so that's coming. But then now, there's been no other. Well, they also got Ahsoka, because that's the thing. They did the Clone Wars TV series figures that have Anakin, Ahsoka, and Darth Maul. And then the 501st Trooper and Rex. So, like, they had all those come out for Clone Wars, and that's when Obi-Wan was supposed to come out, but then Mandalorian popped the fuck off. So then all their resources got diverted to making more and more and more and more and more Grogu's and shit. Like, we literally have, well, there's like 2 different versions of Durasteel Mando. Then there's another one that there's another Durasteel Mando that comes with the Blurg. There's 2 different versions of Beskar Mando and a quarter scale Beskar Mando, and now they have the definitive Chrome Beskar Mando that comes with all of the extra shit, and the Pedro head sculpt. Bo-Katan, fucking Boba Fett, Ahsoka Tano, like they just completely shifted gears Star Wars wise. Because like, and I get why they have to do it while it's hot, because like they know that the Mandalorian stuff is going to sell right now, and they don't know that the Clone Wars stuff is going to have as much demand at this point, because the Clone Wars stuff was cool 2 years ago when they were able to get all the other stuff out. That's hopefully coming out this year. Like I was supposed to have my Rex 2 months. I was supposed to have my Rex in April. I don't have my Rex.
Yeah.
Like it's so I get why they do it. You're totally right though. Like at some point, some of these third party like unlicensed people are, because they're getting better and better. A lot of these unlicensed figures are looking phenomenal. If I showed you one, like I can't think of one off the top of my head, but like if I had them sitting on a shelf next to a Hot Toy, you wouldn't be able to really tell them apart. Like Hot Toy still has like the die-cast Iron Man shit. Like no one's, I think, is ever going to come close to that. But when it comes to like head sculpts and just outfits, like even the bodies, like they're like these other companies' bodies and stuff, they're catching up. So if they're going to announce figures, or they're just going to be a little bit more confident to actually make a figure that Hot Toys has announced they're making, because they could be confident they'll at least release theirs. You know what I mean? Like that's the only thing. These third parties, they normally, go and do things that they know Hot Toys isn't doing because they know they're not going to have the same quality as them. So because if a third party announced the Hot Toys, Obi-Wan, or just if they announced an Obi-Wan, but then Hot Toys also did, 9 times out of 10, someone's going to wait for the Hot Toys one. This is what it is. But that's changing.
But this one company did a third party Miles Spider-Man from Into the Spider-Verse, from Into the Spider-Verse that I picked up, and man, I love that figure. I'm guessing maybe the internals aren't quite as good as Hot Toys, but man, it is a great figure. I have no complaints. Like, I'm not going to end up getting the Hot Toys one because I already have that figure, and it's actually more accurate because of a certain like brand that they can't have in it. Because the Hot Toys doesn't have the exactly. But mine's got the Nike kicks. Like it's legit, and like I'm not going to get the Hot Toys one, because I don't feel the need to. And like Hot Toys keeps messing around. I think more people are going to start, if other companies start doing that similar thing, people are going to start looking other places.
Well, I'm also kind of getting annoyed with Hot Toys too, like with like the Cyborg situation. Like, and with the King Shark situation. They announced King Shark. We don't know if it's ever going to come out, but they didn't announce the Suicide Squad. They announced King Shark. So like, well, for all this time, you have Justice League, but you never had Cyborg. So you can't even complete the sets. Like,
yeah, that's a big issue. But here's the thing about King Shark too. He actually hasn't technically been announced. Like, he wasn't part of that release that when you brought up that promo pic earlier.
Yeah,
he was not on that promo. He's not on there. But whatever this toy show was that they brought the figures out at, they included him, and there's somebody else that they included.
Red Guardian was there.
Red Guardian, thank you. Yeah,
the Batman.
That was the one I was thinking of. The Batman there. Yep.
And then Nightwing. So, all these things are still coming.
Was
soon.
Nightwing there?
Nightwing was there, but they announced Nightwing a couple months ago at a different event. So he's been on the coming soon page for a couple months now. So this is the second like pre-showcase that they've had. I was actually surprised to see, and this what gave me like more worry, was that no one took pictures of Clone Wars Obi-Wan. Now, they did recently go back and update the Clone Wars Obi-Wan figure to say, what's the date now? Yeah, this was just showed off at the Sideshow 2020 con, the Clone Wars Obi-Wan, and previously the last date for this was 2019 Comic-Con when it was showed off. So the Clone Wars Obi-Wan was literally showed off in 2019, and we're in 2021 now, and it still hasn't been released. So my hope here is that we have 2021 Sideshow Con coming up, and that's when this is going to go live finally. That's my hope. Because they just updated this within the past couple months to say 2020, because I checked this figure all the fucking time. And just a couple months ago, it changed from saying 2019 Comic-Con to 2020 Sideshow Con. So I know they still theoretically have plans for this fucking figure. They wouldn't have gone through the effort of changing that to say it was showed off at 2020. Like, they wouldn't have gave a fuck. They would have just taken it off. Because around the same time, they did take a bunch of stuff off of this altogether. Like, this used to be a much bigger list of things that were coming soon.
I need to go in and screenshot this list or screenshot this page and put it in a file, and that way, like 6 months from now when they update and drop more stuff, you can actually see what over time what's been dropped and what hasn't, because I don't remember. I'm sure somebody's probably already done that.
I'll do it right now just so I know. Here's everything that's coming soon as of today, and then we can check back on it. Because I know for a fact that stuff was removed from here because the position of the Jedi Starfighter used to be the top right corner of the page every time I came here. And the only way it would shift is if things before it were removed.
Did anything go from this page convert over to a pre-order?
Nope. Not that I'm aware of.
Black Widow and Taskmaster.
Yeah, Black Widow, Taskmaster, and then maybe the Tony Stark one. Maybe the Tony Stark.
You're right, Tony Stark, Team Suit Tony Stark.
That would have been the only 3 that I remember off the top of my head, though. Now that you mentioned those 2.
I just remember Black Widow because I remember I was waiting for Black Widow.
Yeah, you're definitely right. They were
stuck
there.
Her over on this page.
But yeah, man, the
Still,
thing
still though,
it's just shitty because like people get hyped, and my main complaint with it is like very relevant right now because I mean I'm living it with Obi-Wan like still because like I literally am gonna have Clone Wars Anakin soon, and like aside from Rex, he's gonna have nobody to go with.
well,
Like
and like you said though too, like one of the things, these are not these are not these are not $10, $20, Legends figures where, if they don't complete a team set, you're kind of, people buy these things to have high-end collectibles of complete teams and groups. Like the same reason the clones sell so well, because people want all of the clones to represent all the different scenes from the shows and stuff. Like, so you want to have you want your Obi-Wan to go with it. You want your, all the Avengers to go with it. I don't know.
no, it's true, and that's why I'm like I'm really feeling that same bumness about this, man. They only have Hunter and Echo now.
Yeah.
Like, how long am I gonna like, I have to get these because I, like, ended up liking the show, and I really love the design of their suits and stuff, but, like, if they don't ever make a Wrecker and a Tech and a Crosshair, what the fuck good is just him and Tech and Echo gonna do, man? Like, what
And
is that?
you can't wait on this. You can't wait and not order it, because who knows if these sell out by the time they release those other ones, then you might just be priced out of being able to get these.
Exactly. That's the exact same reason I have to get that Boba Fett with the throne, even though I hate the fucking armor. Like,
Yeah.
it's the throne one, no matter what, because they're probably never gonna reissue the throne. So, like,
No, they
that one, no
wouldn't.
matter what, is gonna be valuable. Like, best
Yeah.
case scenario, they put the throne up for order like they did the Wakandan throne. You know what I mean? Like, best case. But normally, they don't do that with ones that actually come in a set. Like, they just put the Wakandan throne up by itself. It didn't come with anything. It was just, "Here's a
Yeah.
Wakandan throne, you can buy it." Like, same with the Mysterio drones. It was just a separate accessory they made. Since that throne is only coming with that Boba Fett, you can pretty much take it to the bank. There's no other way you're gonna be able to get it. That's like I really wish they would have done that with the Dark Side Anakin, like, lava droid base, so I could have put my Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan on one as well. Because like,
Yeah.
now I just have Anakin with one, and, like, I really wish I could just buy another one of those, like, because I don't know why the Revenge of the Sith
Without buying
Obi-Wan.
the yeah.
Yeah, because Anakin's, like, $600 to $900, like, you know what I
You
mean?
want to buy a lava base for $900.
Yeah, it's a little bit ridiculous.
I
Because
guess you could buy it, because there's probably somebody out there would buy Darkseid Anakin loose off of you without that.
most
But it
people want
depends on
him
how
for
much
the
you.
base, though. Like, that's what most
Yeah, but
people want him for.
I'm sure there's people out there that
I'm
haven't
yeah,
been able to get them yet.
I'd probably
But it's
be
just
able
how
to get
much
rid
would
of
they be
it.
able to pay?
Exactly.
You
Like,
might
they're
you might end up paying $200 for it or something, which is ridiculous, or
yeah,
100.
for the base, like, it's
It's
nah.
still pricey. Yeah.
But yeah, that's my biggest problem with their, like, current release, quote, unquote, "schedule" or lack thereof, is just that they like I said, people have been in the boat with, Cyborg forever. Like, the Justice League came out in 2016, dude. We're going on 5 years. Like, I'm sure most people have just given up hope on ever completing that collection. Like, and they keep teasing it, so, like, I hope they actually fucking do it, like, at least for those people, but, like, I feel the pain because I'm in the same situation with Obi-Wan right now, potentially with fucking Hunter and the rest of the Bad Batch, like.
They have such a weird business model too. Like, why does Cyborg get teased but not converted to a coming soon on Sideshow's page? I mean, Sideshow, I know Hot Toys is the one that produces the figures, but Sideshow and Hot Toys kind of work hand in hand. So why is Sideshow putting Obi-Wan up as a coming soon, but not Cyborg? Like, what's justification for doing that? And how do they decide what goes to coming soon status and what goes to, just teases?
Let me check something real quick, because I might actually have an answer for that. I might have an answer.
All the grayed out figures are just the ones that have sold out, right?
Yeah, they're
Gone to wait
waitlist
list or
full.
sold out.
They're waitlist
Yeah.
full explicitly, because they have,
I wonder why
waitlist
they keep
open's
them.
not.
Did you see Yondu went back in stock?
No, I didn't see that. I didn't catch that.
Yondu, who's selling for like double retail on the secondary market, went back in stock at Sideshow apparently for like 10 minutes last week.
I wonder if that was an error.
That's a good question, but yeah, I'd be interested to know if anybody actually got a one out of that. But I feel like, their warehouse is so mismanaged that maybe they found one somewhere. I don't know.
My guess was,
But
though, to answer your question, was maybe a Sideshow exclusive. Because I thought maybe I thought for a second maybe Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan was, because I mean, the Clone Wars Anakin is a Sideshow exclusive. So maybe the Clone Wars Obi-Wan is also a Sideshow exclusive, especially considering he's being shown off at Sideshow Con now. Like,
yeah,
so, like, maybe that's, like, maybe that has something to do with it, but, like, Taskmaster isn't Sideshow exclusive, and the other is Black Widow, so in the white suit, so it's obviously not the answer for everything. But, I
yeah.
mean, Clone Wars Anakin, both kind, the deluxe version with the stap and the one without is a Sideshow exclusive, so that's all I can really think of that would make some things go up there, but not all things. I don't know. I just hope,
Interesting.
I really don't care if the third parties step up their game, because if they do, they're normally 100 plus cheaper, and they're starting to
Oh,
look just
sure,
as good, and then,
sure.
I'm fine with it, man. Like, I really won't care. I don't have brand loyalty. I wanna complete my collection loyalty,
Yeah,
like, and I'll do
yeah.
that in the easiest and most efficient way possible. Like like
Well, yeah. I mean,
1000%.
even if they come out with an Obi-Wan that maybe isn't quite as good, but it's pretty darn good, or in hand, you kind of never know till you get them in hand. But even if they, sorry, I keep moving on you.
Oh, you're good.
Even if they come up with one, even if a third party releases one that looks good enough to stand alongside the Anakin, like, I mean, people are probably going to jump on. They're probably not just going to wait forever for Hot Toys to get off the pot.
No, exactly. Like, even Justin, he just, like, kinda hodgepodge one together. He 3D printed the armor and then went and got, like, another body from something else and just, like, bought another Revenge
Yeah,
of the Sith Obi-Wan for the head sculpt and just made it, because it's like, why would you not? Like, it's like, if you have the resources and you can get it done, like, who knows if they'll ever come out with one.
yeah,
It's like, if I had the resources to do that and get that done, I'd do it just to have it, like,
sure.
but I don't know. It's annoying. I hope they get their shit together. The other thing too that I was thinking with this Boba Fett is, I have a ton of Sideshow rewards points that are, like, waiting for, like, the things to ship, so I could get a
Yeah.
significant amount of money off if I wait it out, but I'm worried about waiting it out because I'm sure that's gonna be a pretty popular figure.
Well, and here's the other issue with that. The longer you wait to order, the further down the list you are for when Sideshow actually gets their products. So if it goes anything like in-game cap, if you weren't one of the first to order in-game cap, not only did you have to wait the 3 or 4 additional months for it to make it to Sideshow, they only got their releases in drips and drolls. So you only got, if you were like in the first week, you may have gotten one that first month. But if you were like late, like I ordered mine, I think he was announced like on the day that the movie came out or something, and I think I ordered mine like that weekend. And I know that there were people in some of the Facebook groups who said they got their Sideshow caps a good 2 or 3 weeks sooner than I got mine. And so the further down that list you are, the further back you are in getting that, especially, and then that's in addition to the wait just for Sideshow to start getting them in the first place. So
Mhm. Yep. Well, that's what I'm
it's a
worried about
thing
too, is you have to, for their rewards points, you don't get the points until 45 days after your item ships.
after it ships. Yeah,
So, like, half the stuff I have on pre-order doesn't come out till 2022, so I'm gonna have to wait, like, who the hell knows? Especially what things can get delayed, like, so it's like, it could
sure.
fucking go on wait list before I even get
You
my
could
rewards points.
Yeah, you could very. I mean, if you wanted to wait for all your rewards points, you probably have to roll the dice and gamble on just ordering it as an in stock item when it hits Sideshow's warehouse.
Mhm. Which with a figure like that, I don't know if it'll ever even get to there.
Sure. No, I agree. I
Like,
don't think it will either.
'cause there's been plenty that just, like, they explicitly stay like, they stay in pre-order, and then all of a sudden, like, they're just on wait list.
Yeah.
Like,
I tell you, I tell you what, with them releasing, although that doesn't actually. So I had this whole thought in my head that with them re-releasing the Iron Man 1, the Mark 1 armor, that I would get that, and then I'd get the 2012 Captain America, with the idea being that I'd have the first suits of each Avenger eventually. But
mhm.
the 2012 Cap suit isn't his first suit. His
You need
first
a
suit
World
would
War II
be
one,
the World War II suit. So
which is actually
I
a
gotta
far
rethink it.
superior suit.
Oh, it's a great suit.
That's a
Yeah.
way better suit than that Avengers spandex shit that he had to wear.
Did you see the upgrade in on the Mark 1 armor though? USB powered?
Oh, no, I didn't see that. That's cool.
Yeah. Yep.
But how many light
Now
up
I don't.
features does that thing actually have?
I might have just the one. I don't know. Well, you would think it would have hands too, but it's got
I
the
guess for the
chest.
flame
It's
effects,
just,
maybe.
yeah. I don't know if those have it or not, but it wouldn't have repulsor blast. So if it's just the chest, maybe that's what does it. I don't know.
It
It's a
looks
good
like the
looking
flame
figure
effects
though.
have an LED, but it's hard to tell. It could just be the
Yeah, it's hard
flash.
to tell.
It's extremely hard to see if there could very easily be a little LED light there, but
That's a great pose they got him in. I wonder how they got him to if he'll actually balance like that with his foot up kicking.
yeah, I don't
That's
know.
cool. Cool base too.
It's really cool too that that's just like the sand part is like completely optional. Like you can just have
Yeah.
the metal looking base.
Yep.
Yeah, if anybody was an Iron Man fan, like the Hot Toys is doing them really good. Light up function and rotary function, the USB power. Trying to see where it says the LEDs are, but I don't see it. LED lighted circle, and it looks like it's just the arc reactor.
Does it talk about USB there?
Yeah, it does.
So I'm curious if that's just going to be like how that's going to work. Like, is that just going to be a cord out the bottom of the figure, out of the base? Like,
It's there's it looked like it was on the back, like in
so
here.
like one of those or
Yeah,
okay,
it's right in there.
okay,
So somewhere on that little rotary piece is where it plugs in. I don't know
okay.
if you have to take it off or if it's
Well, it
you
says
can maybe
USB
slide it.
powered rotary motor. So does that motor you think turn?
I actually, yeah, it does look like they have a spinning blur effect on there, so maybe that's what they're implying. I think you're right on that.
That would be sweet.
It is pretty cool. It really does kind of look like there's an LED there, but it doesn't. It's hard to say, and they don't mention it anywhere. I don't know
Yeah,
where the LED plugs in or the USB plugs in. LED circled arc reactor in the chest and the left forearm, USB operated. Equipped with rotary design, USB power operated, simulates a running engine. So that definitely does spin.
that's awesome.
I'm wondering if they're gonna start doing the USB powered stuff on everything, or if like this one was just like so bulky that they were able to squeeze it in.
Hide some of the
Yeah.
mechanics in it. Yeah.
'Cause it'd be incredible. Like, I know everybody wants it to be done on, like, everything, but the Mark 85 is, like, so sleek. Like, where could you put it?
Sure.
Like,
Unless they find a way to start sticking it, like, in the feet or something,
yeah.
and then, you could slot them onto the base and get it or something. Put it in a base and then slot the figure onto the base somehow to connect it.
Yeah,
I
like
just yeah, I
NFC wireless charging or something like that, maybe.
maybe that would be an interesting way to apply that.
The problem with that is, like, these die-cast figures are already $400. You're gonna start
Sure.
throwing wireless charging, it's gonna be like, "Okay, now we're looking $600." Like, it's just the engineering that's involved in it's just gonna make it, like, and then you gotta put the batteries in it, and then you gotta think too, you run the risk of just, like, these lithium batteries failing, and then you got a fire, and you lose your figure. You know what I mean? Like Samsung phones, just shit blowing up, like.
That's all you need is your one USB hot toy to blow up and take out the rest of your figures.
Yeah, because I mean, you look at this thing's 500 fucking dollars, dude. This is a very
Exactly.
expensive 6 scale figure, and it's the first
And
one with
if it
any sort of USB function, and it's
it
$500.
yeah.
Like, Jesus.
No, I understand, I get it. That makes
I mean, it is cool though, and I'm like anybody who would like if they could honestly if they could fit it in there in a way to where you could actually feasibly use the LED functions in your lightsabers or your fucking Iron Mans, I think some people would pay the extra $100. If they had somehow you could wirelessly charge like a little battery in there or something. Like I think like I would probably like if they could make it to where I could like disconnect like even if I could disconnect the LED lightsaber arm and just wirelessly charge it, or even if there's a battery in it and I can plug a USB into it, just so I don't have to like constantly go in and turn it on and off and shit.
sure.
That would even be a little bit worth it because then it's like, okay, I can charge it up, put it on there, fucking hopefully turn it on wirelessly with a remote or the button to turn it on is somewhere a little bit more accessible than having to take everything off. That's the other thing
Yeah.
is like if you want to turn on the lights on like an Iron Man figure, you have to like take all these little fucking pieces off and then flick it on, and then the batteries die in like an hour. So it's like
Yeah.
not really feasible. Like,
Yeah, I've got my in-game War Machine, and he's just like that. Like you gotta take all those little pieces off, and some of the pieces don't come off real easily. So you're looking at a 15 to 20 minute, process just to get the pieces off and get them all turned on right without breaking something.
then you got to
It's just
repose it.
yep.
It's just,
And then you gotta sit there for 10 minutes and look at it, how pretty it is, and then go back through the process to turn it all off.
yeah. So it turns into an hour-long venture for like 10
Yeah,
minutes of enjoyment. So like
yeah,
it's not a good balance of time at all. Like for sure. And especially for such like a little like, ooh, my chest lights up. That's all you got out of it. But like I said, if you can just like those little batteries, those little AAA battery things that you can plug in and then just flip the switch and now your bases turn on, like
yep,
that's useful. If they could find a way to make that function very similarly, like if it was wireless and you could just tap a button on the base and then boom, the lights come on, like that's fine. Like that would be good. That would be
yeah.
worth it, I guess. So you went with Black Widow would be the one that you have to get out of all that though? What you're
Yeah,
going
just I
with?
mean, I've kinda got a Black Widow collection as it is, so yeah, that's and if I was gonna start like, I don't have a Spider-Man, well, I've got my third party Miles, but if I was gonna get a Spider-Man, I don't know that I'd start with the Doctor Strange-ified one. It just that one was the most had the most interesting look to me. I think that one has the most chance to, like I mean, I think Iron Man is Mark 1, but Mark 1 is just a reissue, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's a
as far as
reissue.
I
I
understand, it's a
Well, they
reissue.
made this one die
Updated
cast, so I don't think yeah,
updated a little bit, but
yeah,
yeah.
because I don't think the
Um,
first one was die cast.
yeah.
So it's got that going
So
for it.
it's a cool figure, and I like to have that one too. But the Black Widow is the one that. Plus, I just think that Black Widow costume, the gold pieces on it, really pop off that figure pretty well.
Yeah. I mean, it looks good. I just don't have any Marvel figures, so the only thing I would go
Yeah.
for, I think one of the coolest ones that they've announced recently, it was in, like, the showcase, but it wasn't a part of the most recent announcement, was that Cyborg Spider-Man, dude. I think that thing's really cool.
That looks really cool.
Like, I
That
thought it was
does.
stupid when I first saw it. Like, I was like, "Why the fuck did they make this?" Like, of all the things that you could have made, you made this. But then I looked at it more and I was just like, "No, that's pretty fucking cool, dude." Like, his arm looks
Yeah.
just, like, beefy as shit. Like, it looks really good. Like, they
Oh
did a
yeah.
really good job. So, yeah, I actually think this is really cool. And
The
it's like,
details on it are just amazing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's so good. Like, I mean, it's Cable Spider-Man, dude. Like, that
Yeah.
is what it is. But it looked really good. So it was like, and it's the most classic Spider-Man suit you could possibly have. He just has the robot arm. Like,
Yeah, it's amazing they haven't just done this. Like, just do the suit. Come on, give us a Spidey with just the classic suit.
well, they have that one too. Remember they have
Do
that?
they?
Yeah, I said that'd be the Spider-Man I
Yeah,
would
but I
get.
thought, yeah, see, but I thought that one that they have, there's something all like it's that glossy finish to it or something.
No, not
It's
this
the
one.
most like
It's this one. It's
not
just
this one.
it's the same suit. Yeah, it's the exact same suit as that one.
Oh, okay.
And it comes
I
with like the
forgot
little
about this
scorpion
one.
arm. Yeah,
Oh,
this
that's
would be
right.
the one I
Okay.
would get, like, if I were to get one at all. Like, 'cause this is just classic Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, 1000%. This is
It's got the web
classic.
shooters and everything.
Yep.
I don't know, man. How much is that one? That might be the one to get.
260.
260. That's not bad.
Yeah, and it comes with, like, this little scorpion diorama base and this, like, backdrop too, and you can, like, flip it around either way. So you can
Yeah.
have it look like he's fighting Scorpion, or you could just have him look like he's in an apartment, like, with holes in it. Like, it's kinda cool. Like, I thought about
Yeah.
getting it just because, like, Spider-Man's, like, always been my favorite, if or at least one of my favorite Marvel characters, and I don't have one. So I always thought this would be the one to get. The only thing I didn't really care for was, like, his looks like he has boobs.
His pecs are too.
Like, they're
Too
really
rounded.
there, dude. Like,
They are very pronounced.
they're
Yes.
very much there.
You think you could swap out the body?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that'd be really worth it, putting a seamless body in one of these. But then it might be yeah, I would probably do it. It'd just be the kind of material this is isn't like doesn't look like it's a stretchy material, so you'd have to
Yeah.
get, like, a perfectly identical size body, which might be kinda hard because this wouldn't have a lot of give to it.
Yeah.
But it is a perfect Spider-Man figure, elsewise. Oh, we, oh, you guys coming over here tomorrow?
I haven't heard. I'm
Alright.
still waiting to like hear. I think so. Um, but I haven't gotten the definitive. Like I got to work tomorrow too. I was trying to figure out like, do I need to be leaving work early or what? But
Yeah, I don't know what's going
we'll
on,
see.
and everything that's going on, like, I was like, "I don't know what's happening." Now it's gonna rain too,
Yeah.
so I know the plans were, like, shifted. I don't know what's going on. I'll have to talk to
Okay.
Sarah,
Okay.
but I'm probably gonna call tonight unless you got anything you wanna add.
No, I'm good, man. Get. I'm gonna probably actually gonna get something to eat and then hit the bed.
Feel that. I'm right there with you. Sounds good. Well, yeah, do you wanna
All
give
right,
a
man.
sign off? You wanna sign
Oh,
off here? You were,
that I think most people will know. Even Nightwing underscore K. Catch me over on the Twitters and the Instagrams, and I don't know. I don't think I have a whole lot going up recently. I posted a few things this week, but I don't know.
I did too, right?
Posted
Rarely.
yeah,
I happened to post I
I think
complained
I get.
about
I think
Boba
I get
Fett.
definitely on Twitter. I definitely get some more stuff up on Twitter than you do, but
Oh, yeah,
it's
I never
mainly
use
just
Twitter.
me. It's just mainly just me retweeting stuff that I like or commenting on things that come up. I was actually trying to look real quick and see what I posted this week. I posted. I can't even find my own profile. Uh oh, I posted that was a good one. The Deadpool and Korg
Oh, yeah, that was
breakdown
great.
the new trailer for
The Free Guy reaction.
Free Guy reaction
That was
trailer. Yeah,
good.
that was a good post. So
All you need is Ryan Reynolds to do your marketing and, like, you're good. Like
He's so good.
He's like a
So
marketing
good.
genius, dude.
He is. He is.
If we could get him to do one commercial for us, dude, we'd be done.
To
Like,
the moon. To the
yeah, we
moon.
wouldn't need to do anything else. I could quit my job, like, for sure. All right, well,
All
I'll
right.
talk to you sometime tomorrow when we figure some shit out.
All right. Take care. See
All
you,
right,
everybody.
later. All right, guys. So don't forget, you can actually we have a show, Honest and Uneducated, every Monday. The show drops and we talk about movies, movie news, video games, comic books, all sorts of fun stuff like that. And you can submit topics and questions to that very show by emailing us at honestanduneducated@gmail.com. That's honestanduneducated@gmail.com. So yeah, you can do that. Then every Wednesday, usually, been a little bit behind on this, but every Wednesday I do my collectible reviews. And I have a most recent thing I put up there, I believe, was just like a little collection, a tour preview. So you can go check that out on the channel. And I promise I will be getting back to actually doing the reviews of these pieces, because as you see in this preview video, there's a lot of pieces in here, Hot Toys in particular, that I haven't even done reviews for, that I've been really far behind. So those will be coming back, though, obviously. We got those coming. Those go up every Wednesday. And then, obviously, every Friday we do our live streams here. So normally between like 8 and 9 p.m. Normally about 9 p.m. Eastern is when we start. So you come hang out and do whatever you hate here. So, like and subscribe, do all that sorts of fun stuff, share the video and what have you. But that'll do it for me today, guys. Until next time.